record. And then we are going to dig in. Guys, welcome to our call. I'm so excited to see your faces. And I'm sincerely excited to talk to you about this subject because I feel like this is something that comes up non-stop. How many of you ever feel like time management, knowing exactly what to do with your time, getting like a clear plan? What's going on here? I have a chia seed in my teeth. Hi, Sammy.
Hi.
But it seems like time management, knowing exactly what to do. Does anybody struggle with that ever? I feel like it's a subject that is like a non-stop topic of conversation. So I am going to share some ideas. I want to hear from you. If you have questions, now's the time to ask them when we go over each thing, because I would love to help you really create clarity walking away from this, feeling empowered to take control of your schedule, take control of mapping out your month, and helping your people do the same thing. So that's the goal for today. Thank you for everyone who posted your reports in the comments of our thread. Sammy's new to our call. There might be a couple other people joining us that are new as well. I just want to let you know we post 3 things in the thread. That is, number 1, what are the 3 things? What's your goal for the week is number 1. Number 2 is what is holding you back and a possible solution. That is very strategically created to create awareness around what it is that could be holding you back. And then you go ahead and slap some solutions to that awareness so that you can move forward. Because if we don't know what's holding us back, if we don't consciously identify that, then it will continue to haunt us and hold us back, right? So that's number 2. Number 3 is your win for the week. So post those 3 things, preferably Saturday, Sunday in the thread, because then what that does is that gives me time to look over everyone's reports, and then we can tailor this message, this coaching call each and every Monday to exactly what you need, right? Because that's what I want to do with this 30 minutes that we have. Nail it with applicable coaching that is going to meet you where you are and help you to level up. So that's the point. That's the plan. Kate, so happy to have you. Kylie, so happy to have you. I am excited to have all of you here. So that's what we're going to do for now. These calls have kind of morphed. We used to do something a little bit different, but I am ready to step into a little bit more coaching for what you actually need right now. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm really excited. So first of all, I want you to take notes. This is going to be a working call. This is not a sit and listen and like laugh and Christy's being goofy. Like, it will always be goof, right? You know that's me. But I want you to have your pens out. I want you to have your notebook out. This is my notebook. It's like my business. Tiffany Peterson gave this to me. Isn't it so cute? After the first line, she sent it to me. I thought that was very, very thoughtful. But this, I want you to be working and writing and doing the things that we talk about during this call, so that at 1:30, you are laser focused with exactly what you need to move forward. Is everybody down for that? Chantel, hello, beautiful. I'm sorry you're not feeling good. That makes me so sad. Oh, Becca Ray Mickelson, my friend. I love seeing your names and your faces. Okay, so first of all, I want you to know I do this stuff all the time. And this is something that, again, I think that everybody knows how to do it. Because like sometimes we think what we know everyone else knows. Have you ever done that? But I'm learning that that's maybe not the case. So I'm like opening up my black book, so to speak, and sharing some of the things that I do that give me clarity, they give me peace, they give me direction, they make me excited about my work, and they help us stay in this long term. Because how many of you want long-term sustainable businesses that are thriving? Is that what you guys want? That's what I want. And I want to go to church and forget about plexus and be in the moment. And I want to have family time and be all in with my family. Is that what you guys want? That's what I'm going to share with you, is how to get laser focused so that you can do that. So we're going to write down, this is not completely hammered out. There might be other things, but I came up with 7 steps that I want to talk about today, to mapping out your month with clarity, to knowing exactly what you need to do when you sit down to work, and how to attack that every single day. Number 1. Let's see, there might be 8 because I didn't put a number on that one. Okay, so number 1 is get clear on your goal for the month. Write it down. That is always step number one, because everything has to be created in your heart and in your mind first before it will ever manifest physically, right? So write down your goal. No, I don't even like to say goal, like what are you creating this month? When you sit down, it's February 10th, right? We're gonna pretend it's February 1st because we were gone the first of the month. So it's okay, we're gonna start right now. We're gonna use the next 19 days because we have 29 days and we're gonna nail this. So what is your creation? What are you doing this month? Refresh your why. This doesn't have to take a lot of time, but I want you to go there with this step number one. This is like creating your blueprint. You're gonna kind of refresh your why. Why is this important? Why is it important that I reach this goal this month? Maybe you still have a big why for your family and you need to bring in some income. Maybe you have a drive to create that community for your women. Maybe you want more time. Like dig in a little bit to that why, write it at the top. Have you guys seen me map out? We did this in Kona. I've done it before. Have you guys seen me map out like a rank up month where at the top you say, Kim is senior gold, and then you kind of dig into it? Have you guys seen me do that? Sammy has it. If you haven't, I am making that video. It is at the top of my list of things to do, so I will be doing it soon, promise. This is kind of the same idea. So for me, I want to create 200 enrollments on our team this month. That's a big goal, right? And my why is very different than it used to be. My why now is I got these beautiful faces looking at me right now that want to make this work for their families, and they have whys. So your whys are honestly my why now, and I know it's part of my purpose. So refreshing that anchors me to my heart. If you're not anchored into your why, you can just not show up for work and it's fine. Are you with me? If you don't have an anchor, it's easy just to, oh, whoops, things got busy and I didn't actually do it. So anchor to your why with that as you write it out for number one. Get specific about what it brings, okay? So if for you this month, you wanna go Ruby, I want you to get specific and figure it out. Get out your calculator and say, what is this gonna create financially for my family? Who else on my team is gonna have big movement by me making this happen, right? Get specific and write it all out. That's all part of number one. Hi, Jess. You guys are so cute. So number one,
Hello.
Write down your creation for the month. If you don't do it, guess who else isn't gonna do it? No one on your team is gonna do it if you're not doing it. And this is kind of like the engine that's gonna help you drive and lead out for your team for the whole month, okay? This is like the fuel that's gonna help you to guide and to urge your team along. Any questions, thoughts? Unmute yourself if you have thoughts, questions, anything about number one. Write it down, get clear on it. If you wanna put it on your mirror, great. If you wanna put it on a huge Post-it note so that you can take notes, great. Just write it down and look at it and use it. Okay, that's number one. Number two will always be personal enrollments. How many? How many are you committed to? And then not only that, I want you to write down your people that you feel confident you can enroll that month. I did this morning. I went through, I have a Google Sheet because I don't like to write my list a million times, but I do write down lists. It's just that's like my hub so that I can reference it and then write down my little list here and there. But I wrote down people that I feel, oh, for sure I can enroll those people this month. Maybe there's only 2. Maybe there's 10. People on the fence, people that are actively talking to you. Write down the number of personal enrollments that you're committed to create, and then the people who are close or the people that you're talking to. Because you guys, visually, when you can see that, it makes it feel more exciting instead of just this like big, broad, I'm gonna enroll someone. That doesn't feel exciting, it feels overwhelming. Do you agree? But when you write it and you narrow it and you're like, these are the 5 people that I'm working with that I feel like I can keep that exposure process going this month and I can enroll them. You're being intentional. Can you see that? Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, who are you gonna help go silver personally? Maybe it's a level 1, maybe it's 2 level 1s from last month, right? Maybe it's a level 2 that you're taprooting. Kylie, it sounds like you've got someone who's excited to share. So when you're doing this, you don't just think only of level 1s, you think, who on my level 2s and 3s can I help go silver this month? Now, I want to just give you a little like peek into my brain and my heart. Work with the newer people because they're excited. Like January enrollments, I want you to look through when you're doing this, your level 1 enrollments, and say, who am I committed to work on going silver? Level 1s, it could be level 2s that you're taprooting with. Okay, look through your January enrollments, look under your people and say, hey, you've got these new enrollments. Who can we help go silver? I'd love to help you help that person go silver. Are you with me? You're the locomotive. You are the like engine that's leading and guiding out, and there's that fuel and that energy there. So that's number 3, silvers. And then number 4 is, so we call it your 4%. It's 111 Make-A-Wish. We call it your 4%, right? This is the whole idea behind that is if you take 100% of your results and you break it down, typically 20% of your people and your activity are yielding 80% of your results. It's Pareto's principle. This is not Christy's deep thoughts. This is an actual like scientific study that they've done. So if you were to put all your activity, all your people you're working with into like one big mixing bowl, 20% of that is responsible for 80% of your results. How awesome is that? I'm an essentialist. I like to think, how can we like cut the crap and just do the stuff that actually moves the needle? This is what we're talking about, okay? So the tendency is to want to go over to the 80% and go, oh, you can do it. I'm gonna motivate my people, right? Newsflash, it's not your job to motivate anyone. The best way to motivate your team is get your butt in gear and working and creating results. Write that down. I cannot motivate my people. There is no such thing as motivating people. You can inspire by doing what you want them to do. So if you want your team to be in activity, guess who has to be in activity? There's nothing that there's no coaching calls of, okay, let's motivate this person. That's not a thing. The only way to inspire people to do something is to do it, right? And plug them into the systems that we have, of course, and love on them. But there is no such thing as motivating someone. That is like rearranging chairs on the Titanic. You understand that? And it's exhausting. Who likes motivating people that don't want to do anything? Garbage. Let go of that. The best way to motivate someone is to inspire them by taking action yourself. Okay? All right. That's number 4 is you are going to identify, oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself. Let's just cut this to the simple one for today. The 20% of people that are coachable to action. The people that are coachable to the action are the people that are commenting on the 3-day, I'm going to call it like it is right now. I've been preaching about the 3-day challenge. If you have been, first of all, sharing your story on there, you're coachable to action. If you've been tagging your people on it, you're coachable to action. If you haven't, it's okay. I'm just saying, to me, when I see those people doing it, I'm like, yes, they're utilizing the systems that I am pouring my time and energy into. Are you with me? Because these systems move a lot of people in one action, right? So if your people are utilizing the systems that we have, and if they're taking action, and if they're coachable and they're open, that's your 20%. Okay? Did I not see something? Is there a chat? Okay, so your 20% are the people that are coachable. So those are the ones that you want to be nailing and saying, what is your goal for the month? What do you want to create for the month? Okay, and then you're talking to them daily. You're saying, hey, Kylie, I know that you want to create gold this month. Tell me how it's going. Oh, Chris needs to mute. I can't even hear.
Sorry.
Oh, Chris, are you still at Brooke's house, Chris?
I am.
Bless your heart. That's a lot of work, I understand.
Yep, it's going good. We're almost done. Sorry.
Yay!
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, no worries. All is well. I didn't even have, did someone try to talk? My volume wasn't even up. Do you guys have any thoughts or questions so far? We're halfway through. Any ideas of what we've talked about? Are you liking this stuff? How many of you like step by step?
I will just say that I love that you said you can't motivate people, because I think for me, like, I've taken on this role of trying to motivate people, and like even keeping them on the product, right? Like some people, it's like you just can't get them to take their supplements, and you're like trying to motivate them, and you're just like, why won't they do it? You know what I mean? And you probably feel that way about me, but not with my products, but with other stuff. But you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
sometimes I think as a leader in my own business, I get stuck in that trap of trying to motivate people. And I like just that you're saying, like, focus on doing you and they'll come around kind of thing, because it kind of releases that responsibility and that pressure. And sometimes you feel like everything's going to fall apart, but it like, you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to have faith and move forward.
I love that you shared that, Nicole. I want everyone to take a big, deep breath. And more importantly, let that shiz go. Guess what, guys, ladies? You are not responsible to motivate people. You're not. That is totally scarcity, and I've operated there for years in my business. Going to bed with my stomach in knots. What if this person quits? What if that person won't do it? What if this, what if, like, guys, let it go. It does. I want you to write something down that you get from this next sentence that I'm going to tell you. It doesn't serve anyone to stay stuck with your people. If someone's in a mindset funk, we love on them. We say, hey, I got this really good podcast. I would love for you to listen to it. I love you. I relate. I know you'll get through this. We all have these times. Tell me what you think of that podcast, right? And of course you can have conversations with people, but in your heart, you must let go of the idea that you're responsible to change people or to motivate people or to get someone out of a funk. We are not that powerful. I'm not that powerful.
Hey, Christy.
You aren't. Jess, go for it.
What I've noticed is I have been in a funk, right? December and January, I've been in a funk aside from pregnancy, but I'm like, it's because all my motivation that I was trying to put into other people, it took my motivation. It like sucks you. And like, I've learned that, like, even with Nicole and I, like, we've been like, what in the heck is wrong with us? Like, we were on such a drive. It was because I was telling people, this is your responsibility. I cannot motivate you to take the product or do the business.
Yep.
And so like, now that I'm like, this is like, ooh, I'm like, I'm burning. I'm like doing dishes over here. Like, I'm motivated. Let's get to work.
I love it, Jess. You know what you'll find though, you guys, is I say this all the time. Everyone touch right here. Everyone, like, just touch your heart, feel it beat for just a second. Feel it. Like, your personal energy is everything. If you allow other people and their funk and their lack of motivation to take away from your personal energy, it's like literally hitching a ride with the Titanic. Don't do that. I give you 100% permission to take ownership of your own energy. If someone's in a funk, you love the crap out of them. And you have so much compassion. You say, I get it. I've totally been where you are. Here's what I found that's helped me. ... I'd love to know what you learned from this. You're going to learn so much from this. You cannot get out of a funk for someone else. And when you do, it feels like tying a big old cinder block to your ankle and jumping into the ocean. It really does. So the point is, you cannot motivate people. The best thing you can do for your people is get to work and manage your energy. Keep yourself high vibe, manage your energy, and get to work. Nobody is served when you stay stuck with people. If people are stuck, you love them, love, love, love. Invite, 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 and they will get there on their own, right? But you can't do that for people. Not even God can do that, guys. He can't take away people's choice. So in this business, you got to realize your most influential position is to continue to move forward. You want to rank up? Guess what you do? Map it out with every single person who's willing to work, and then you get to work yourself. And you assume no one else is going to do it, and you get to work. Because then guess what happens? Your team feels it, and they're like, oh, she's going somewhere with or without me. Okay, I can do this too. It inspires everyone to check their own energy and to move forward and do the work. Okay, that's number 4. With your 20%, dig in with them, help them map out their goal, and stay in touch with them. You can't do this with every person on your team at some point. Maybe you're at the point right now where you can. Awesome. Map it out with your people who are coachable to action, who are doing the work and working on their mindsets. If they're in it and they're using the systems that we have, dig in with them, help them map out their goal, because then you can rise together. It's beautiful. Number 5, we have 9 minutes and we're going to do this. Number 5, this is everything. If you want to have peace and you talk about time management being a struggle for you, hear me right now. Take 20 minutes every single night to foresee your day for the next day. Plan your work the night before. You will kiss me on the mouth. When you start doing this for a while and you feel the peace and the excitement and Jess is like, do you want to kiss me on the mouth, Jess? Mwah. You guys, when you start practicing this consistently, you are going to be like, this is the best. I'm excited. I can be with my family. I'm killing it in my business. I feel motivated. When you know and you create your day the night before, you will see huge changes in your energy, which is everything, in how people respond to you. You're going to feel on fire about your business. Okay. So plan the night before. Last night I did this. I sat there in my bed and I was like, I am not going to bed until I create my day right now. I'm going to look through my day. I'm going to see the pockets of when I'm going to be 100% a mom. I'm going to see the pockets when I clean out my drawers. Like, you can do stuff. You just have to create it in your heart and in your mind first the night before and write down, okay, what are my top 3 things that I must do in my business? Top 3, not 10, 3. This is about moving the needle 1% every single day. This is not about moving the needle 99% every single day. That's exhausting and it's not sustainable. But when you are a smart businesswoman and you are intentional the night before every day, you will move the needle and you'll feel peace and excitement about your work. Okay? That's number 5. Plan the night before. Number 6, eat the frog. Eat frogs. There's only 3 more. This is the last 3. Eat your frogs in 15-minute increments. I'm going to give you an example. Whenever people say, I'm overwhelmed, I get it. I totally get it. But here's the thing. Typically, the things that are exhausting us could be eaten in 15-minute increments. I looked at my room last night and I was like, okay, tomorrow for sure, I'm going to put away all my stuff from Kona, all my laundry. I'm going to clean out my drawers because they were a mess. I'm going to clean out my closet. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then I was like, what if I just gave myself a gift and I just nailed it right now? What if I just put this pile away right now? I timed myself because I wanted to share this. It took me 7 minutes at 9:37 last night to put away some stuff. This morning I woke up, I took 20 minutes, cleaned out my drawers, put everything away. 27 minutes it took me to eat the frog that would have hung over me all day long today and drained my bandwidth. Are you with me? Look for ways where you can eat frogs in 15-minute increments. If something's driving you crazy, write it down and say, how can I set a timer for 15 minutes today and move the needle 1% on that today? Maybe it's a date with your spouse. Maybe you're not getting along with your spouse and it's draining your bandwidth, right? And it's affecting your personal energy. Eat it. Eat the frog in 15 minutes. Figure out, what can I do to move the needle 1% today on that? Because you'll find once you start it, you finish it. It makes it that much easier to be like, oh, I started it. Now it will take me like 10 minutes to finish it, right? In some cases. Does that make sense, you guys? Do you have thoughts or questions on that? When you're overwhelmed, and when I'm overwhelmed, what I do is I get a clean piece of paper that looks like this, a big clean piece of paper, and I dump my brain out. What is exhausting me? What is it? And just write it all out. And then you look through and you're like, okay, I just needed to write that one down. I can cross it off, right? And then some things, if it's really bugging you, look at it and say, what could I do in 15 minutes to eat the frog today so that I can release that bandwidth drain, right? Does that make sense, you guys? It takes discipline, but it really does work. Number 7, this is the last one's not even a step. You'll like it. Number 7, plug your team in daily to the systems. Okay? This is something that our team could really improve on. We have amazing, simple, ridiculously awesome systems. Our 3 days of Plexus. Guys, it's moving the needle. If you're not utilizing it, you're missing out. It is moving the needle. People are getting enrollments. People are getting people that want to share from our 3 days of Plexus. It starts tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's going to be awesome. You've never seen the one we're doing. We're kind of shifting things a little bit to just put a little tweak on the same awesome system, and we're getting amazing results. Plug yourself and plug your team into our systems every day. If it's a text in your team thread that says, you guys, this is what I'm doing today. I'm tagging people on these posts. Go in and do the same. Again, you are the train, you are the engine, you are going, and your team is attached and they're gonna go with you. But if you're not doing that, they're never gonna do it. It's choosing easy. Do you guys like easy? Raise your hand if you love easy and simple. Utilize the systems yourself and plug your team into the system every single day. I want you to wake up in the morning and think, what does my team think they need to do today? Right? Send them a quick voice message. This is what I'm doing today. This is where I want you to focus today. If you don't have a team yet, do it yourself. Plug into the systems every single day. Number 8, this is the last thing, and I want to have a little bit of time for question. Move the needle 1% every day. Stop thinking you're moving the needle 100% every day. Some of us think, oh, it has to be 100%, and then you just wear yourself out and you avoid the whole thing. Whose brain am I in right now? All of us go through that. We think, I'm going to go emerald tomorrow, right? I'm going to just kill it. There's going to be perfect time blocks. I'm going to just nail this. No, it's about 1% every single day. But can you see how, if you have a blueprint, Carol, number 7, plug your team into our systems daily. Plug yourself and your teams into our systems. That's the 3 days of Plexus. That's the calls we do. We're gonna do For the Love of Silvers next week. You're gonna love it, about developing silvers. Guys, come to the hub. Synergy Plexus Builders is the hub. There's a schedule that's very simple. Plug into those things every single day. Utilize the systems, because guess what? If you spend 5 or 10 minutes a day going, guys, look what I found. Look at this. And you're tagging your people on stuff. It takes 5 to 10 minutes of your day, but your people are going to spend their 5 to 10. That adds up to hours of work that your team is doing that you're not involved with. It's working smart. Utilize the systems. Comment on things. Tag your people in things. Message them about it. Plug your team into our systems. The last one is more of a kind of a mindset approach to this. Move the needle 1% every day. Okay? So I want you to, can you imagine, guys, just for a second, this is intentional. This is how I've been able to get to Diamond. As a team, we have gotten to Diamond. This is how we have been able to get to Diamond while being a mom, being a wife, working on some hard shiz, not just coasting in life, and moving and building a house and kids and life. I'm not immune to life. People say life happens. I get it. But if you follow these 8 steps and you show up to work like it's a work and not like a fun little hobby, and you do these things, you will move the needle 1% every day, even when life happens. It's beautiful. And you'll build this beautiful trust with yourself where you're like, yep, that's hard, but I know I'm going to take my hour or 2 a day or whatever you're doing, and I'm going to do these 8 steps every single day. Guess what's going to happen in 90 days? You're going to have a thriving business. I promise you. Okay, questions. Anybody have questions, thoughts, ideas? We are out of time, but I do want to hear if you have any burning questions or ideas or comments. Has this been helpful, you guys? Okay, those 8 steps, I want you to write them out, put them somewhere where you look at them, put them right there on your desk or wherever you work. If you ever think, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to do, follow these 8 steps. It's simple. It works. I promise you. Okay. I love you. That was a lot of me talking, but I hope that it was helpful. Mwah, you're the best. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.